Hi folks, so I need to do a quick heads up basically. I've done a few videos today, you're going to see them shortly. I'm in the process of editing one of them now, a couple of others should more or less go up as they are. Anyway, as I've been editing this video now, it was just me talking for about 25 minutes and plus the other little bit that I did was I was going to add on to it, and as I progressed through, it's around about 35 minutes long, but that's not really the issue. The issue is that as I was going through my little monologue about my art and this, that and the other, and I started talking about a particular piece of artwork. I don't go into details or anything like that, but I do very briefly mention how my art actually literally saved my life, and I've got a photograph. That's all I've got now. I haven't actually got the actual piece of artwork anymore. Anyway, to cut a very long story short, I was once in a place where I was doing a lot of therapy, and it was a really bad time for me. And anyway, at one point I seriously contemplated ending my life. I was in the middle of doing some artwork and stuff as well. I was doing art classes as part of this therapy process, and anyway, the teacher cottoned on to something, that the fact that Paul wasn't his usual self, blah 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 blah, and she convinced me to paint how I was feeling. So I did this painting. It's a life-size painting. It's full size. I had this piece of canvas that I'd had for months, didn't know what I was going to do with, and I had this full size, it's like about 6 foot tall canvas, give or take, and I painted a painting of myself self-harming. I did it in a very Francis Bacon. I don't know if people are aware of the British artist Francis Bacon. He was a British artist, quite prevalent around 60s and 70s, I think, but also, like, you know, it was quite prevalent throughout most of his life. But anyway, some of his work sits in the Tate Modern. So I did it in a sort of Francis Bacon style kind of thing. The one where he did the painting of the screaming Pope, you know, where there's a Pope in a chair sort of, and it's all like drippy, screamy, melty face kind of thing. So I did it in that style. But it clearly shows somebody self-harming in the painting. And again, like I've said before about the cathartic process of art. And you know, it helped me to refocus. It helped me to basically exercise, and I say exercise as in exorcism, or, well, not, I mean, that sounds ridiculous. I mean to get out the stuff that was going on for me through the painting, if you like. So I'm doing this video as a quick heads up, because as I was doing it, I suddenly thought to myself, hang on, if I put this out there and on my channel, it might be upsetting for some people. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, some people might be sensitive around this and what have you. And so I thought to myself, but I really want to put the painting in, because it's a very important painting in my life, to be quite honest. I'm just really sorry that I don't own it anymore, because, again, long story short, somebody stole it, basically. I don't know why or how or what that was about, but it was stored somewhere for me until I got my flat, and where it was stored, I went back to the place and asked them, can I now collect my painting, you know, now that I've got my own flat and everything. They said, sure, let's go and find it. And we went into the store cupboard where it was supposed to be kept, and lo and behold, it wasn't there. And they don't know what happened to it. So that painting, I don't know where it's gone, to be quite honest. You know, I'm really sad and upset about that, because that painting, as you can imagine, means a heck of a lot to me. It's a very, very poignant, very powerful painting for lots of different reasons. The main one being that instead of harming myself, I took it out on the canvas, if you like. I did this painting and I really went for it on the canvas, and it was, like I said, a very, very cathartic process. And I always say to this day, that piece of artwork saved my life. And also, obviously, the art teacher herself, Helen Williams, I'll never forget her either, because it was only for her that she would not, she was like a dog with a bone. She would not let go of the fact that Paul's not his usual self. He's not doing anything in the art room. He's just sitting there, and he's not being his usual self. And she would not let go of it, and she was determined to find out what was going on for me. And eventually, through persistence, I told her what was happening and what I was contemplating doing, and she asked me to paint how I was feeling. She felt it was very important that I did that, and so that's what I did. And like I said, you know, basically it did. I slept like a baby that night after that, after I painted that. I really did. Seriously, it was one of the best night's sleeps I had in years. You know, because like I said, it helped me to process what was going on for me, and just through the medium of art. Do you know what I mean? And so you can see why I'm quite passionate about art, and why I'm a big believer in people being able to express themselves through art. And it doesn't matter what form that takes, whether it's painting, music, whatever the outlet is. You know, for me, I think it helps us process things that we just can't really talk about. Do you know what I mean? Things that we can't express in words, you know. So for me, it's quite an important thing. So as I said, I wanted to include the painting, but then, as I said, as I was going through the process of editing, I realised that, and even though I've put in a warning in there, I'm putting a warning beforehand so people will see it, that I've put this warning in, graphic picture. The next picture you see is a graphic picture, and is of a sensitive nature. So, but also then I felt, well, maybe I also need to do this, just as another way of just letting people know, you know, that it then hopefully gives people the choice if they want to watch it or not. Because obviously my intention is not to upset people or to make people feel bad. It's just that I felt it was really important, because it's really important to me, and maybe hopefully it helps somebody in a way that they can think, you know, I've been feeling that way or something, maybe, and maybe that's they could explore the possibility of you know, expressing how they're feeling through a different way. So that's basically it, guys. Sorry, it's a bit of it's not the usual light-hearted while saying, but sometimes I'll, you know how I am. It's like sometimes I think these things are important. That you know, sometimes it's important to express how you're feeling about stuff, and so yeah. As I say, this is a heads up just to let you know that one of the videos will have that image in it, and you know, so that you know that it'll be there. So if you don't want to watch it, that's great. I'll also put a link in the I'll also put it in the description as a way of letting people know as well. So hopefully, you know, I've got everything covered. So okay, I'm going to leave it there for now, and hopefully you'll enjoy the next set of videos. It's not all, well, I'm saying, it's just that one little piece that I just wanted to highlight, but everything else is just about my art and what have you, and what's happening in, you know, my life of the world of art. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for now, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.